Pusmanathan, who is a director, South India.
Friend of Gulbarga.
Education programs, British Council. It's really nice to see you here on our campus. We're just waiting since long that
Thank
day
you.
at which we started our interactions through British Council. It was in my mind just I wanted to welcome to the Gulbarga University.
Thank you, sir.
Show our university landscape, then landscape of higher education.
Right.
So that getting that area with faculty, students, both
Right.
the affiliated colleges and the postgraduate.
Right.
So I'm interested just to listen to you later, then your further suggestions,
Right.
how Gulbarga University can move further
Right.
as far as furthering partnership between universities and also public universities of Karnataka in general.
Right.
Thank you very much
Thank
for
you, sir.
giving your valuable time here and spending interactions with our students particularly. This is the team of the students who have been to
Yeah, we met them, I think, before you left for Dundee. Yes. Yes.
He is a parent of this particular student and he is the principal of the particular student.
Okay.
So he is the man really motivating the students, getting them ready to go
Right.
abroad. You know, it's not that easy
Correct.
to motivate the students from this particular path.
Mm-hmm.
One, though we say it's quite rural,
Right.
students are not that mentally strong enough to think themselves leaving the place, going abroad, particularly with the academic activities.
UG level.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
UG level is
Right.
So it is that college management principal and it is the council, State Higher Education Council and the British Council where this accomplishment has become successful.
Right.
But it is preamble. I welcome you.
Thank you. Thank you.
I invite you for the interaction.
Right.
Let me listen for a couple of minutes, principal about his opinion.
You want to do a quick round of introductions?
Yeah, that's good. That's right. So you introduce yourself.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, ma'am. Everyone. So myself, Avinash from SB College of Science, recently graduated under the branch of CBZ. Now I have done the MSc in Biotechnology here only Gulbarga University. So I am planning further to study my internships and another programs in abroad. So now I have done the Biotechnology in MSc. Thank you.
So you joined for the post-graduation.
Under CBZ we have done.
Oh, very nice.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Monica Monish Pancha. So I'm planning to give IIT JAM examination from held on February 11th. So I am waiting for my results and I have completed my graduation in SB College of Science.
Very nice. Which IIT is your, what is your priority?
IIT Bombay.
Bombay. Not Madras.
No, ma'am, the courses are not available there for biotechnology.
Oh,
so
biotech? Okay.
yeah.
But IIT Madras has been consistently number one
Yeah,
in India forever. So
yeah.
okay. I'm partial because I am from Chennai.
The discipline is there in IIT.
No, sir. I have checked online. There are only 3 IITs which are offering biotechnology course. One is Indore, Kharagpur, and Bombay.
Right.
Yes.
Children was there.
And
But maybe biotech is.
Yes, biotech is
biotech. Doesn't matter. We'll let this one pass.
Good morning, myself Short Kumar from SB College of Arts. Recently, I completed my degree, and I am actually trying for HRD, Human Resource Development Management. And actually, if there is an opportunity, for sure I will do my MSc in Human Resource in Dundee University with your back support. And even I am trying for other Human Resource Development Management in other universities. So my first aim is to try in UK only. With
Very
backup
nice.
support, if there is a hope, for sure I will do it.
Right.
Thanks.
Great.
That's great.
Good morning, everybody. Sir, ma'am. My name is Aarti Chauhan, daughter of Venkatesh Chauhan. I'm from BCom, Commerce Department. Now I am recently completed my graduation, and now I'm looking for MSc in abroad for my HR, Human Resource Management in Business Marketing. So I'm thinking about this, but some support from your side. So that's why I'm looking for this. Thank you so much.
Nice. It's lovely when parents say that she's my daughter. Nice.
That's great. No?
That's great.
Yeah.
Dr. Ramakrishna Reddy, Principal, Syndicate College of Science. So we are very happy, sir, Madam, and I am very thankful to Higher Education Council, Gulbarga University particularly, and also British Council for giving an opportunity, Dr. Chandrakant Kalimani, sir, because this university is given opportunity, identified our institute for to send, and it is the first time sir was telling in the different occasions, first time from the UG level to send abroad.
Yes.
So somehow as sir told, like we have tried our level best to select repeatedly. Sir has also visited, university has also contributed a lot in identifying these students. And comparatively, when I see all the 3 years they were there with me, but when they went abroad and came back, the overall their attitude and overall everything is personality is changed. That's what I think as a teachers, whatever they are contributing, really it is helpful for them and their confidence level and whatever they are thinking about not. And particularly as sir told, this our area comparatively exposure is not that much, and on behalf of our management, I thank immensely all the 3 institutions. Thank you very much.
Madam, I am Professor Chandrakant Kalimani from Department of Biotechnology, Gulbarga University. I led the students team to Dundee University, and I have guided them for 4 months on the gut microbiome, and they have worked very well for the collection of the samples from the Tandas and the people who were exposed to the city and not exposed to the vegetarian and non-vegetarian, and their cultural levels he studied, and their economic conditions. Ravan Kumar studied as he hails from the arts background, and she also told that their cultural heritage we want to represent there also. So she also had the dress of that Lambani, that tribal dress he had.
Yeah, Rajni sent pictures and so.
Yeah, so they have worked very well, and presentation wise, all these science students they have presented very well there, and little bit we have missed the prize there, so that we are not.
No, I think that, I mean, like the prize is one thing, but I think the process and your journey is quite inspiring
it was very,
for all
very
of us.
nice.
Yeah, it's very nice.
Glorifying, and she will tell her experience later.
Right.
So,
Okay.
okay.
You want to introduce
Yeah,
yourself?
everybody. That's
Yeah,
a
that's fine.
Hello, this is Akshata. I'm basically assistant professor in zoology. I work with KSHGC. Though I'm not involved in the internationalization thing, but I've closely observed Rajni working with you all. I think that's it.
You're part of this conference is here.
Yeah,
Oh, nice. Okay.
Hello everyone. As you know, I'm Rajni. I was coordinated with this team to take this students group to UK, and it was a lovely experience. And not just the prize, the outcome that these students are bringing is really thing to glorify, because all the students are getting a scholarship and direct admission to University of Dundee, and I think Aarti is preparing for ELSA exam. She'll be taking exam by this month.
Yes.
Yeah, and I think Sanjana is missing. She is also interested. Yeah, she is also interested in taking admission in Dundee. So we are actually preparing a proposal for the Transforming Lives 2.0 program. So we request British Council to help us to take the second program also with the same kind of success in future.
Right. With Hari or along with Hari or?
Yeah, we want that to have with many other universities also, not just with Dundee, because we are planning this program for at least 50 students. This is only for 13 students. We want to scale it up to at least 50. So only one university will not take care of all these students. So we may have 2 or 3 universities to similar kind of program.
Right, interesting.
Assistant Professor of English, Bangalore City University. I also represent Karnataka State Higher Education Council as administrative officer in charge. Yeah, I have been closely, be a part of this successful Dundee 1.0 trip, academic trip, where a lot of outcomes we did see. But then at the very outset, I would like to remember Professor Gopalakrishna Joshi here on this platform, because he was the one who mooted the idea along with Janika, and that is his brainchild. So thanks to him, and then as per his plan and vision, everything took place, and all the universities who was chosen for this activity did a great job. In fact, Aksar led this team. Without him, this would not have happened. Like it's because he had that zeal to bring up this part of Karnataka students also into the forefront. So that's how it helped. So that's it. And we actually, as Rajini was mentioning, we have been talking to a couple of UK HES to be a part of Dundee 2.0. So we are planning to see how we can really make that successful in 25-26.
Right. Right. Interesting. Okay.
And then the Vice Chancellor of BC Council.
Right. Dynamic Vice Chancellor. I'm Janaka Pushpanathan and I'm the Director for the British Council for South India. My work covers all the 5 states, the big states, and I think I'm lucky to be in this position because all the 5 states are very robust. It's the largest education market, especially higher education. Out of the 5, we work very closely with Karnataka, Tamil Nadu and Telangana. With Andhra Pradesh, we've done some projects, but I think our big 3 are these states for higher education. Kerala, we've done a lot of work, especially in the arts, with the Kochi Muziris Biennale. We've also worked on gender, and with the Premier League, we've done a really Premier Skills program. We've done some really, because it's a big football community, so we've done a lot of work there. So my work at the British Council involves 3 big sectors. Education is our biggest sector where we work in, and 95% of our work is with state governments. So we work both with central and state governments. In the last year, I think we worked with about 16 state governments. When I say education, it means school education, it means non-formal education, which means like TVET and skills. It also means higher education. Although in the south, I feel HE is like so big. So for example, Tamil Nadu, Chennai, where I come from, if you look at the numbers of universities, there's so many in number. Again, Karnataka has, you have the big Indian Institute of Science and IIM Bangalore and all that, JNCSR and all of that. But you also have a rich, group of public universities. And our primary job is to work with public universities because we believe that private universities and central universities often get their own grants and funding schemes, whereas public universities, it is a bit of a struggle, right? Because there is bureaucracy, there is state-level bureaucracy, there's also political will to make that happen. So the British Council tries to work as much as possible with public and state universities, and that's how I think we were introduced to Gulbarga by Joshi ji, and I think Joshi ji has been. I met Joshi ji first when he took over. I think Tandava and Joshi ji were on a call. It was a virtual call during the pandemic, and I really loved what he said at that time because the British Council usually we are more bureaucratic actually than government, to be very honest. So because we have a lot of processes, because we are also sort of an arm's length body. When I say arm's length body, we represent the UK government, but we are not the UK government. So it gives us a little bit of flexibility. So it's easier for us to build trust with other governments because we don't have a UK government agenda, right? So when we go and talk to your ministers, they see us as enablers and people who sort of catalyze these beautiful relationships between the UK and the States and UK and India. So I remember Joshi ji saying, so we said, let's start with an MOU. I think it's the easiest way, and by experience, from our own experience, we believe that when you have it could be a piece of paper, but I think having that in place is really useful because it's almost like having a blessing from both governments, and then you go ahead. So I remember Joshi ji saying on that call that I don't want it to be a file in my cupboard. I want it to be dynamic and alive and active, and I think we've been able to do that thanks to Tandava ji, thanks to Rajni and everyone at the Higher Education Council, and the brilliant public universities. Last year, the Honourable Vice Chancellor of your university joined, I think, 4 other vice chancellors, and we went to the UK on a sort of study visit, as well as looking to share leadership lessons from our experience in Karnataka, their experience in Karnataka, and also listen to UK universities and how UK universities function, and not just in terms of governance, but also in terms of how courses are conducted, what are the sort of multidisciplinary activities that every university does, etc. So that was quite inspirational. I was fortunate to be part of that group, so I learned a lot too. And of course, Tandavaji was also there in that group. But Rajni had the unique opportunity of spending. I would have loved to be on this group actually, because I think traveling with students is always fun. And of course, you went to the best part of UK, which is Scotland. We went to Scotland too, which is great. But Dundee is a very pretty. It's a walking city, right? So the V&A, by the sea is amazing. So I think you've had. You've seen, I'm sure you also spent some time in London and stuff like that, but I think I also heard that you were invited to Parliament, the Scottish Parliament or something like that, right? You went to met somebody.
As chief guest we attended. Chief guest came, consulate.
The Joy came and met you guys, I think, right? Yeah. So I think it's wonderful that young students like yourselves have been able to travel, and I'm glad to hear from you, sir, that this has been transformational in a very positive way. And I feel that you are the ambassadors, like we said even before you left. We said that you are cultural ambassadors of not just Karnataka, but I think also of this unique location that you come from. The little bit I saw from the airport to here, I was blown away because it's so green, it's beautiful. You have the luxury of such a large space, which is so difficult to find in a city, right? So because you have large campuses, but then you also have these sort of, apartment type campuses which call themselves colleges or universities. So I think you're really lucky. And of course, to have really good leadership is a very rare thing. So I think many, many congratulations to you, sir, and to your entire team for making this happen. I want to hear from each of you about, what you found very useful. And if we have I've been a teacher, so I'm going to be a little bit of a teacher here, otherwise it'll just go in all directions. So can we stick to a format of each of you speaks for like a couple of minutes, but if you can tell me the one thing that sort of, impacted you, right? The one thing that you would like to share with other students, and the one thing that you would like to do in your future. So if you have those three things, right? So one thing that impacted you in Dundee, from that whole experience, the one topmost thing that impacted you. And it doesn't matter if somebody says something ahead and you have the same point, you can say it in your own words, in your own language, because that's every experience is unique. And then one thing that you would like to share with other students, right, with your friends, when you talk about the UK experience and what it meant for you, and then one line about this is what I want to do in my future. It doesn't have to be, if you don't want to go to the UK and you want to go to another country, that's perfectly all right. Or you want to stay back and do something in India, that's perfectly all right too. So don't feel pressured because we are here, but just speak your mind, be honest, because then that will give us a sense of, what we can do to then further support. And I'm also meeting the Karnataka Higher Education Council officers on 11th along with the Principal Secretary, so we're also trying to see what more we can do with the state, especially for young people in higher education. Yeah? You can decide who wants to go.
I want to thank everyone, each and everyone from the Department of British Council, the Higher Education Council, Gulbarga University, our college, and everyone who has supported us either directly or indirectly, because this project was big successful. As I come from the middle class background, from the place I have come from, I got the much more and respect to my father, myself. It has very, very impact in our day-to-day life, because I have been seeing my father working as in own field, but as he said that my son has gone to UK, the amount of respect, the amount of significance he has held in the group, that was the large impact. I thank everyone. So firstly I wanna say that this opportunity we got, and I never regretted that I have done BSc, because in our 12th completion we have got pandemic, so I can't get more exposure to NEET and something. But now I have no regret that I have done BSc in this college. I have got BSc in Gulbarga University. This is the direct or indirect that we have, the knowledge we have got from 1 to 10th, 12, 11, 12. This whole has impacted on this project. I have studied this. The topic was very interesting, that is gut microbiome, because I am interested in NEET, the human body. It I directly or indirectly helped me to know the human body. So I can now, in my home, we have joint family. There are several hospital issues, but I now can read the prescription of doctors. It has large impact. The composition of the medicine, the way the which disease we can give in small issue. The parents are very happy that I came to across this exposure. and the level of study in the UK is somewhat bit higher because the technology is. We have visited the science labs there,
Right.
and with the Catherine ma'am, so she helped in every way. We have visited the whole campus. That helps to us know that we are jealous to go there. From now or another 2 years, I have a dream to go and study of my intern. I do my jobs in it. But the amount of respect they have given to us, that is also immense. So I thank everyone, and the exposure of their study, their treatment, their welcoming of students. As we go on, they directly not shown our campus. They have played a game with us, simple game with us. They helped in very lot. Means they feel like our people, so they connected to us and shown the educational background, their the college dignity. And we have seen that only seeing the college building is nothing, but going inside and exposure to many gadgets and new technologies. They have shown many things because we have not seen anything. Just we have seen the microscope staining that only, but we have gone seeing there many huge amount of machineries which can help. So seeing them and studying there the environment, which makes us to, as we are as we are now this as we are comfortable with our situation, but going there, the 10 days were very beautiful in my life. I never forget that. Especially thanks to Rajni ma'am, CK sir, they have along with us in every step. Sir helped us in many ways. We have got some research paper. Our Reddy sir is from science background, so he has helped us in knowing the project very well. And another one of our sir students, Param sir, he has also helped in collecting the samples. We have gone to surveying of many, more than 500 people we have surveyed. We have classified among them veg and non-veg, and they being to talks means they are being to tobacco habits and the exposure of city lights, urbanization. So we have classified every among them. We have studied thoroughly how about the human life, because even in our region the peoples are truly underdeveloped because they are not exposure to, even they does not come to city for buying products because they grow every each and every vegetables. They have meat in there, they have every veg products in there. They grow, they eat, and they survive. So how they come from background, what are their ancestors and what are they doing, what are the future of that region, we have studied thoroughly. As our team is multidisciplinary, we come to know their financial status, we come to know that their background of culture, how about that, because the Lambani culture we have studied is very unique, and they are considered the strongest immune system in our region. So how they cultivated their gut, how they studied their body, what are the ancient medicine they helps us to treat their people. So we come thoroughly, we have took samples, and thanks to CK sir, we have learned from zero to everything till now, because we are not exposure to our university labs also. As the biotech scholars helps us to know even the micro plugging and removing every zero step we have studied, and we have come across many research paper we have done study, and sir's friends and also have guided us in online courses.
Right.
So many research people we have studied. Sir also suggested some ways to create good presentation, good poster, and sir also has been guided in Bangalore also. We have contacted in, when we are there, he also contacted and studied thoroughly. We have gone through many processes, many, and there are ups and downs also. We does not know the even scientific name of some organism. We studied it, and it is I think this knowledge is helpful for next 5 years of my education, because we have studied only in 4 months. We have covered almost 2 years of education, because because our MSc syllabus is a bit more classified to study to come easy. But we have in 1 month we have completed all practicals. 1 month we have studied research paper. 1 month we have done practicals. So this all helps us in our future studies. So I thankful to everyone, each and every person, our parents who have supported, and the fundings we have get down from college, university. Thank you everyone. So even if we participate in some seminars, we have got some certificate. That is more enough than winning the competition, because opportunity doesn't. We have not seen in our college. Our botany HOD just say we are going to Dundee, etc. We are not dreamed of it to become reality. So every opportunity the students should see big. So involve in that, involve every opportunity in arts background, in commerce background, whatever the schemes that come from government, we are not exposure to that. As we go into the KKR departments, Higher Education Council, we come to know that many schemes are there, we does not know. Many online websites are there, many scholarships are there. So I just want to say our juniors that never let down any opportunity. Is either it big or good. Either it come only for you have come college to university, that is whole. You are representing sitting in these people, highly educated people is the honor. That's all. I want to thank you. Thank you.
Please remember 3 points and 3 minutes.
Yeah.
I can 8 minutes.
So when I got to know about the project, I was very excited. So I thought, why can't I give the try? So when I told my parents, yeah, you can do it. So for me, it was biggest impact was courage. So first step for trying this project. So I succeeded in the seminar. So next is going Dundee and experiencing about it. So the 10 days were very, very beautiful. So I have seen the life science campus. So I was very excited to join the university. But I thought not to take a very step higher. So I thought I can do my graduation here in Gulbarga University. And then I thought why I should take another step and go for IIT. So I thought, yeah, you have did this much, so you can try for IIT. So for next higher education like PhDs, integrated PhD program, you can go abroad. So from coming from middle class family as female, so we are not that much encouraged and not supported by our families. So I thought, yeah, I can do this. I have gained the courage from this project.
Nice, very nice. What's the one message for your students, for your other friends?
The message is that you should not think that what people will think as a female if you are going somewhere else or doing education. They always tell us to for marriage. So don't think about it.
Talk to my
Yeah.
daughter. Talk to my daughter.
Yeah.
My daughter has this one line. My relatives keep asking me. She's 29 and when we go to any let's say visit families, a program so when are you going to settle down? So she says, I don't want to settle. I want the best. So and then she says it's not a natural consequence of growing up. That's what she says. So yeah. Completely I think.
Yeah, there is a lot of pressure for us for marriage. So I said no, I won't marry. 5 years. So
No, I mean, getting into a relationship is great, but I think do it at your own time, at your own pace, and also don't make compromises, especially when you're studying and stuff like that. It's good, great, fantastic, lovely. What your future plans? We know IIT. I pray and wish you get IIT one day. Yeah.
Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Once again, first of all, when it comes to project, I was firstly worried. This particular project come from a science bracket.
Exactly.
As a student, I was worried what I have to study. My first thing. Then later on, Kelman sir told, actually the science students will work on only science thing, but you and actually have to study the whole culture and social life of the Tanda people. So I was the first to study about Tanda tribe people. So when it comes to the matter of attending international competition, first we needed was a courage. As sir told, this region has a less courage for traveling abroad for education. Without the support of our VC sir and Kamani sir and principal sir, this could have been not a single step taken ahead for this. It makes me very happy for taking a step ahead for studying or presenting international level. So anyone could go for abroad trip and education trip, but with the help of government and higher education council, which makes me very proud for attending a competition in such high level international things, ma'am. So when it's come to study matter, ma'am, no, this is not a big matter. If you study in India, if you are studying in UK, think you have to choose the right path where you have to study. So it left to us. We can study in UK or we can study in India. So when the government is providing and such an opportunities for multidisciplinary courses, so we must take an opportunity. Like when it comes to message to my friends, studying abroad is not a big deal. If you go abroad, we lose friends, we lose family. No, it's all just because how we settle and with the help of so when it comes to how to manage the situation. But my friend Arti was left behind in Bombay airport.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
about that.
It was not a big deal. Kerman is surrendered our higher education management. It just solved it just in wave. So there is nothing to be worried for studying abroad. Now, this is a particular message. Like our Asian people, we have to leave the country, we have to go there. The people will not treat us right. They will treat us like a racism. No, it's left to us how we study. So it was a very good opportunity for me to explore the social life of India and UK. Ma'am. Yes, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Firstly, thank you Karnataka Higher Education, Gulbarga University to give me this opportunity to I did all these things. And firstly, when I saw the aeroplane live, it was an incredible experience because
I believe you went on a flight. I mean, one of the first flights or something like that, right? I think
yes,
there was something about the flight that was the first Concorde or something like
Last visa stamping
that.
was a different date for them, which they had not seen.
No, but I also think that the flight that you went on was something. There was something about, because my colleagues texted to say that I'll find out what it is. I believe it was the first time that particular flight was flying to a particular place or whatever. So I mean, they were texting frantically, and I'm like, oh, okay, that's great, okay.
yeah, so that was an incredible experience. And another, firstly, I'm glad to say my father is here. He's so
Nice.
proud of me. And when I went after this project, when I went in my village, so everyone shocked because I am one girl in my village to did this project. I'm going to the abroad, so and felicitated me also. But thank you so much. I don't think so. I'm here because only this project giving me the new name. But I want to do something for my community because there's some people's background, urban people. Because I'm not thinking like people like this suffering from this lot of problem. When I went my village and searching for all these things, I get some problems because there are many habit we can't change and there are many problems. I can't say that, but I want to do something for my community like. Some changes and I'm wearing my costume also that a lot of proud of my family also. So now I can do something and learn about the foreign people. When I visited the University of Dundee, there were so many good facility, and when I met the different kinds of people, their behavior and some different people. So it's a good journey of me, and so now I'm decided to continue my educations in University of Dundee. So I want some fast India support. So that's why I'm looking for this. Thank you so much.
Right. Oh, lovely, nice, very interesting. Doesn't the Karnataka state? I mean, you remember when we met Kumar Naik? He said there is a study abroad program or something like that. There are scholarship programs in the state. You remember when Pradeep, you and me were talking? I mean, Pradeep, you and there's a Karnataka program.
Social policy.
There's a policy in your state which actually provides some kind of scholarship for students who want to go abroad for postgraduate. So maybe you should share details about that, right? So from the British Council, I mean, since scholarship and money came about, I think there are a couple of things that on the British Council website. It's a good space. There's something called the Great Scholarships, GREAT. Great as in Great Britain, so Great. And you went on. In fact, the funding we provided was from Great, right? So Great scholarships are there, and it covers tuition for full year. Your entire master's program, basically, your tuition is covered. But that there are deadlines and there are application processes. But you should probably find out. You could talk to Ivy to ask her to send you details or something like that, right? I know this is opening window and closing window. It also sometimes happens through the university. So the university then says that this is a student. Suppose the university feels that, okay, I need to have Aarti on my campus. Then the university can then sort of work with us to because we obviously can't shortlist and do due diligence. So sometimes it happens both ways. So that's something that you could look at because it's a really good scholarship. It's a significant amount of money and makes life simple, especially if you're looking at some economic benefit or something like that. Universities, Dundee has given you like a waiver of £6,000, I think. So I think, over and above that, there are some other scholarships which the UK government has, which is they have large bursaries. So that's a lot of money. I think millions of pounds, and you'll talk to your university to see how you can access that money. whichever university you're going, you should say, can I access some of the funding? What you can ask them, because the moment you ask, they have to give you that information. Maybe they won't write you like a detailed email, but they'll probably tell you these are the links where you can go and do. So I feel a little bit of research, desk research from your side is also required. All the information is not going to be available in a bite-sized format in one place, so you might have to keep looking for it. So there are university fellowship scholarships like what Dundee is giving you, £6,000. There are bursaries. There's also something called the deans. So separate faculty will also allocate scholarships, right? So for example, if you're applying to go and study human resources development, writing to that department and sort of highlighting your strengths and accepting first, tell them honestly that the University of Dundee is already giving me £6,000, but these are my challenges, and ask for a specific amount. Don't be shy, right? So, for example, if you feel there's something that you can say that from my family savings I can put in so much. I'm getting 6K, but this is the gap I find. Can you find that money, and then I can do a teaching assistantship, or I can do I can help you in your data collection for research or whatever. Because every professor wants to publish papers. Every professor who's in the UK wants to get them cited. So there's a lot of legwork that you can do in the department, and then highlight your immersion experience of 10 days, saying that this is what we came, and you can talk a little bit about your project, that you know how to work in a team. These are my strengths, diversity, and also the diversity that you will bring to the classroom, right? Because you come from a marginalized community in a small. So I think it's also the way you write about it and sort of build your case. So I would encourage all of you to do that wherever you're going. Doesn't matter whichever. Even within India, I'm sure you need it for IT Madras. IT Bombay as well. So I'm sure that will be helpful. But there are options and opportunities that you could avail of. The grade is one thing, but talk to them about grade, because I know that there's I'm not sure about the application timeline, but we do, and it's for a 1-year master's.
But I think for all the scholarship we require the confirmation letter or offer letter from the university.
For grade you need, but won't you get one? From Dundee, isn't it easy to get one?
Only one student have received so far, and the rest 3 are yet to get it.
ಈಗಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗ್ಯದ್ರೆ ಈಗ ಇವರಿಗೆಲ್ಲ ಪ್ರೊಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಸಿಪೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಬಂದಾರೆ. ಅಂದರೆ ಈಗ ಆಸದ ಈಗ ಒಂದು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೈ ಎಜುಕೇಷನ್ ನಮಗೆ ಸಿಗ್ತದೆ ಅಂತ ಅಂದರೆ ಇಷ್ಟಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಅಂದರೆ ಈಗ ಒಂದು ಮಿಡಲ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿ ಸರ್, ನಾವು ಇಷ್ಟು 30 lakhs ಅಷ್ಟು ನಮ್ಮ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಗೌರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಏನಾರ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಂದ್ರೆ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಮತ್ತು ನಾವು ಅಂದರೆ ಇಷ್ಟು ಇಲ್ತನ ನಾವು ಮಾಡಿದೆವು, ಮುಂದೆ ಈಗ ಗೌರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಏನಾರ ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ಅವ್ರ ದೊಡ್ಡ ವಿಷಯ.
Yeah, I understood.
Do you understand?
Yeah, I understand.
The theme of
I understood.
the social impact.
ಅಂದರೆ ನಮ್ಮದು 3 ಹುಡುಗಿರಿ. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಥರ್ಡ್ ನಂಬರ್, ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಅವ್ರು ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಫೈನಲ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಂತಾರೆ ಅವರು.
These were 3 children.
Yeah, 3 daughters.
3 daughters.
So,
Oh, wow, nice. 3
ಅಂದ್ರೆ
girls
ಎಲ್ಲರೂ
better than 3 boys.
ಎಜುಕೇಶನ್
I tell you.
ಸೊ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೆ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಒಬ್ಬರಿಗೆ ಆಗಲ್ರಿ ಸರ್. ಇಷ್ಟು 30 lakhs ನಾವು ಮನಿ ಮಾರದಂದ್ರೆ ಇಷ್ಟು ನಾವು ತುಂಬಲಾಕ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಗೌರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಏನ್ರಿ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಆಗೋದು ಸರ್.
So specifically of this region, so it'll be really amazing. So
Grants from the government, available grants or mobilizable grants from the public representatives, either MLA or MPs, and then certain other sponsoring agents. There are 3 issues particularly.
Yes.
You get take
talk to Ivy about grade. I'm not sure about the timeline of grade, because then you should get an offer letter from.
There's no check from the. You just apply. It's open now. Just
I think so you take long for friends.
it's not.
No, but you have time, right? You're going to go only in the fall.
Yeah.
September, right? Yeah, it's only January now.
Yeah.
You will
Yeah.
reduce the preparation, madam.
Yeah.
Apply after that.
Just what their problem is, so first they have to get the admission there. Then only they will give the money, scholarship money.
Maybe this month will.
So that's the problem. And first they want to get the admission. So immediately they cannot give the around 3,000 pounds. I mean 30 lakhs. So
3,000 pounds is 3 lakhs.
sorry, 3 lakhs. Yeah, 30,000 pounds. So
No, 30,000 pounds is the fee, right?
yeah, fee, total fee,
It's
including
roughly 30,000 pounds. I'm
For
not.
our program, I think it will come
Uh,
to 15,000.
It's not expensive. When I say it's not expensive, a master's program in the UK typically costs anywhere between 15,000 pounds to 35,000 pounds. Okay, But Scotland, certain other parts of the UK, it's significantly lesser. So if you study in central London, it will be 30 or 35,000 pounds. Plus your living expenses will be very expensive. Whereas in Scotland, and Dundee is a very, you've seen Dundee. It's like in about a couple of hours you can walk the whole city. Right? So and the cost of living is not that high in terms of accommodation and things like that, right? So I don't think it's
They had actually shared a fee structure for the lab research-based MSc will be around 35 plus pounds, 35 plus pounds, and for the activity-oriented MS it will be around 25,000 pounds. 25.
Look at their website now that I'm 100% sure it's not.
And for her program, I think it's 20,000 pounds, and upon that, if she gets 6,000 pounds,
14. Yeah. 14.
I have also checked, ma'am. They are saying that for the lab based for our biotechnology, the common tuition fee is 24,000 plus 9,000 is lab based. So it is overall cost of 35, maximum 35, ma'am. So accommodation we can all we can look is around 50,000 pounds. So even they give us 6,000 pounds, it is comparably less. So we are looking all over the scholarships.
Right. I think offer letter you should try and get them to send you. I mean, because you've been on this program and they did tell you that, whatever. And then maybe apply through all these channels for all of the scholarships and stuff like that. Yeah. Excellent. Anything else that we have to do?
Just two points I want to remind you. A very big help with this council for these students was to begin with. And it was told that they are not at all eligible because the graduation of the 4 years. There were the 3 years graduates. And the help come the way of the Joshi sir. Really appreciate it. We do remember him because the project was considered and then it would become 4 years and their main project.
Nice.
This council appreciated. Really, I must appreciate your guidance in that.
No, but I think the universities mostly now with the UK because of the mutual recognition qualifications, I think that's changed a little bit. I mean, I think even the US earlier it was now you have 12 plus 3 colleges, 12 plus 4. I think that's fine. But thank you for that. But I think it's amazing the stories and the what you're sharing is really inspirational, and I hope that wish you all the best in your own respective journeys. And I'm sure you're doing your parents. Thank you, sir, for joining us and sharing with us your story and what you think of this whole thing. We hope that we'll be able to, support you in any which way we can, but also I think we really look forward to the state making its own connection. So if you're looking at writing a proposal for multiple universities, we can help you publicize it in the UK. We can help you sort of, shortlist universities. I don't know if whether you're working directly with UK HES is great, but if you go through us, then you get a wider, that's what I would think. Also then, if we are able to commit to some funding, right, so, early days, but ideally you should be able to do this on your own with state back funding.
We have included this agenda in our, budget plan because council also needs some fund to the international education. In order we will, provide grants and all. At least to facilitate this kind of activity, we have a provision. We should see how.
Right. No, it's a good idea. I think it's really good idea. But thank you so much for being very supportive of the students and working with them. Thank you all very much. Lovely to be here again. Thanks.
Thank you, Dean.
Yeah. No, what we do now.
This is really a great experience.
Ma'am, I want to share something, ma'am. Rather than going abroad also, I request sir and in presence of Higher Education Council, I request many of my students, my friends also, they have got some hidden things. They are not exposed. Rather than going abroad also, we can, if they come to Bangalore and study, it's also many episodes. So I request council to take the tour of India, means many other universities like IIT, go to 2 or 3 workshops. So that's also program you can share with us. So I request in India only, IITs, JAMS, and there are many big institutions we have not seen also. So bring the program through in India also. That's only I have requested.
That's a good thinking. Thank you for that.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
News in the country.
Why Bangalore has excellent institutions.
even going there and seeing those buildings, seeing those technical also is very pleasure moment. So just I request to get the tour of all
Indian
Indian
Institute of Science
institutes.
does that, right? I mean, they do have IIT Bangalore does that. IIM of course does that all the time. I mean, not tour, but I think like I don't know, you have to work with the institution to try and see if you can do like a IIT Madras. I know does that. So for example, they have an immersion program, but people have to apply. Everybody can't just go. Otherwise, it's like masses of students coming and doing what, right? So I think you have to create a certain amount of structure to it and everything, so that it also becomes something that you want to sort of compete for, not just hand it over to people on a platter, right? Because I think that's so somewhere. I think I think within Bangalore itself, you could probably that's a great idea. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Thank you
great.
very much.
No, thank you so much.
Particularly the children's institutions.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, it's not an easy journey. Yeah, so I took I don't know, like it's like home to airport in a cab, and then way to the airport, and then a flight from Chennai to Bangalore, stay overnight and sleep for 3 hours, and then come to Gulbarga. And I'm like, wow. So much so, my boss was asking me, she says, do you really want to do this, Janaka? And I'm like, she looked at the logistics, because we usually share it on the travel thing. She's like, what? And I'm like, yeah. I said, Dayanand, that's so good. He's told me like 100 times to come, I should go.
Sorry for complaining.
No,
Somehow I wanted to make you.
No, I think it's good. No, for me also, I think, we meet in the Higher Education Council. Most of our meetings are in the Higher Education Council or the Secretariat, so I really don't come out to individual universities at all, because again, which one do you choose? Already I'm getting scared what Harish is going to say from Raichur University, because he's been inviting me for like 6 months now, saying, they've got a plan, they've got everything. They're like, you come, we make a plan and all that. But then it's so difficult. Then you really can't visit one and not visit another, right? So we seldom go to individual universities unless there's like a specific reason to do so. But I think the conference that you're doing, you're aware, right? That your university is doing oh, very nice. With the University of Bradford.
I think validity program will be felicitating them on behalf of the British Council.
Lovely.
Predicted and cooperative. So that felicitating these young boys and girls will become a motivating factor for the other students.
Absolutely. Lovely.
That's what we
Now, just felicitating us means that you are felicitating our whole team, whole college, whole campus.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it'll be lovely, it'll be wonderful, and may all the good work keep continuing to grow, and we're happy to collaborate. We are anyway partners with KSHC, so and I feel that it's not that I say that to every state that I go, but I think the Karnataka State Higher Education Council is really one of our very good partners. State higher education councils don't always function very similar to each other. Every state is absolutely different. But I think we've had, knock on wood, we've had a really good run with you guys. And thank you so much, Tanuraji and Raji and Akshita and everybody else in your team. And of course, every time I come to Bangalore, I do think of Joshiji and all of that. I think he sort of imagined this whole vision, and he said he used to keep saying to us, you remember, even if I'm not there, the good work should go on. Today morning I spoke to Joshiji. My flight landed and I see a message from Joshi saying, I hear you're going to be in Kalaburagi. Please call her. And then he's like, I'm so happy you're there. I really wish. I think his daughter's going back tomorrow or something like that. So that's why I'm not able to come. Yeah, I'm not able to come, but make sure that that our work continues. And I'm also making sure he gave me some talking points to meet with the principal secretary. So he's like so totally. His heart is here.
Yes.
Only his body and physical side is somewhere else.
And the Gulbarga weather is also welcoming because from few days there is so much cold. Now today is the moderate temperature. Even the Gulbarga is welcoming.
Thank you. Well, I flew in from New York to do it, so I'm happy with the cold. Heat is like terrible.
go down for
Sure.
pictures.
Yeah, sure.
Right in front of you.
Yeah. Thank you all very much.
grateful to both the councils for supporting these students. Thank you very much. Friends, we know that.